Unlocking marital bliss. We're in this beautiful, amazing place where we're doing this from at Lishi Resort Hotel in Kisasi. It's just so beautiful, so amazing. Lishi Resort Hotel in Kisasi, family place where you can relax, where you can do anything. It is so beautiful in this place. And I'm glad that we are here to talk about fathers. Where are the fathers? What is the role of a father? What about the mother? Because now we're going to deal with raising children. When you have children, what are we supposed to do? There's going to be a lot of questions that are going to be answered in your life. And I promise you, you won't remain the same. So please stay with me. Call in your brothers, call in family, call in that man. You know him, call him and say, hey, dude, you need to listen to this. You need to watch this. You won't remain the same. So together with me, please welcome my usual suspect, my guest, Winfred Zizinga.
Thank you.
You're welcome on set.
Thank you very much, Pastor Cyrus.
It's been a while. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
People have been saying, where's Winnie? Where did you put Winnie? Did you dump Winnie? Did you? I mean, and I'm thinking, really? How do I dump this woman over here? She's big, man. You don't want to just dump her. She's big. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you very much, Pastor Cyrus. It's very good to be here.
Where have you been?
All over, but not like the devil.
Up and down. The devil's up and down.
Up and down. I have been around, just a little busy.
Yes.
But I have been around.
But I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you very much.
I want to ask a question. Who is a father? The reason we're dealing with this is because we've had many people sending messages and they're saying the fathers are gone. The fathers are gone. Who is a father? What causes them to go? Why are they running away? Is it their responsibility to pay tuition for their children? Is it their responsibility? Where are the fathers? Who is a father? Let me start that way.
Which version do you want?
I need the real version, not the... You see, there's the version that I would say that's trending. You see, trends are very dangerous. Trends must go, okay?
Absolutely.
They never stay. So I don't need fathers that are trending. No, because if anybody tells you this is trending, just know it's going to pass. I need the father who stays. I need something that stays. And that will give me a more definite definition probably from the Bible.
Now, Pastor Cyrus, before we even get there,
Yeah.
there is a man out there watching who has sired a child. He is a father. He considers himself a father. Regardless of whether he provides for the child or not, he has sired a child.
Yes.
So he considers himself a father.
Yes.
There is a man out there whose sperm is in the sperm bank.
Yes.
He considers himself to be a father someday.
Okay.
Then we have the father who is called to emulate the Father, the Father God.
Okay.
This is a present, physically, emotionally, in every sense of the spiritually, to your children.
Okay.
You are not delegating at an arm's length. You are
Ever present.
You are ever present in every circumstance. You are present. Now today, it is different, and I don't want to call it the new normal. The new normal should be something that is Christ, has the reflection of Christ in it. That should be the new normal. But what we have today is, I provide for you. I am your father. That makes me your father.
Okay.
Because I provide your fees. I buy your food. I am your father. So that dictates over the child. And then the fathers today still, you are having fathers absent.
Okay.
They're working too hard. Then you have fathers who are absent because they're threatened by the woman.
Fathers who are absent because they're working too hard.
Yes?
Fathers who are absent because they're threatened by the woman.
Yes. And fathers who just want to have children and a name to like my name will be carried on because I have children somewhere.
Okay, now we have fathers who are absent because they're working too hard.
Yes.
Fathers
Who are threatened by the
who are threatened by the women, so they become absent.
Yes.
Now that is so strong, Winnie. Fathers who are threatened by their women, so they become absent. Now that is strong. And I know you're watching me and you're thinking, did she just say that? Well, that's actually what she said. The categories of fathers right now: ones who are absent because they are working too hard, those who are absent because they are threatened by their women, and you'll define that. And then the fathers who simply sire children.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to break this down. Those who are absent because they're working hard.
That's the analogy. The thing is that for me, the bottom line is they're afraid to be home.
I like that. They're afraid to
To
be
be
home.
home. The moment your wife tells you she is pregnant, the fear starts to build up until you graduate at 9 months. When the kids come,
Yeah.
you can't stand the crying, the colic. You can't stand the circumcision if they're circumcised early. You cannot stand anything.
Yeah.
You can't stand a tired woman. So you would much rather be
Oh,
absent. Yes. So you are away. And then you're telling your wife is asking, you've been away from 6 in the morning. It is 8. And you say, I'm working too hard. We have a child to take care of. Now you are not working. I am the one working. So you are guilt tripping your wife, but you are actually not there.
you're scared.
You are very scared of this little thing. Now,
You're scared that now the little thing has come in right now. I'm not going to be able to have some sex.
true.
I'm not going to be able to enjoy something.
Actually, for some, it's a way I'll control myself by being away.
But then that's also a weakness. You're not even
all
controlling
fear.
yourself.
That is what they think.
You don't run away, dude. You don't run away. You stay in there. You're not controlling yourself by running away. That's not self-control. Self-control is the ability to stand and say no.
Now
with
that
respect.
becomes your lifestyle. Now, if you're like some of us who have children every year or every after 2 years, so you have children in 6 years, in 6 years, he is absent.
And only the woman is
Present.
ever
Present.
present.
So he will tell you, give me the list
Of what you need.
of what you need. So you put the list there. I think that is even where Kameza started from. You give me the list, I put the money there. You give me the list, I put the money there.
So literally, even this Kameza thing, I put the money there. There is no communication.
Absolutely none.
There is no relationship.
So your children-
Why should I get the money from the Kameza or the table, and why can't I be there? So it's another way
I'm
to
afraid.
escape. In other words, guys, this is so good. The Kameza thing is just some talk. I mean, it's evidence of a broken relationship.
Why can't you talk to me?
Why don't I talk?
So every morning you leave your wife tired in the bed. So she's written the list out there. If you don't find the list, you don't leave any money. So now Sam decided to just leave the money, even though there is no list. So the Kameza thing, like sort of grew.
Was initiated.
Yes. So now we have that kind of man. Now the children are growing. They don't go
In
backward.
fact, you've said that kind of man works too hard, then has no time for the family.
None.
Because he's trying to provide for the family. Let me tell
That's
you
what he
this.
thinks.
When you look back and go back way in history, this is how our fathers were. Our great fathers, this is how they lived. They would work, wake up in the morning, work. By evening, they are back home. They never hang out somewhere. They never gathered as boys somewhere. They came back home with their little earnings. They would sit with their wife and their children. And they would begin even telling them stories.
Yeah.
They would begin bonding with their children. They will begin telling them what works and what doesn't work. That's why in those days, boys could easily become men even by 13.
True. Because they were taught.
Because they had a role model. The father was always there. The father was there to say, don't do this, don't do the other. By 13, what you call a boy is already a man. By 13.
Yes.
And today, when one is 13 and they're teenagers, we tell them they are not yet responsible. They can be stupid all they want and not be held accountable.
True.
And that is what you call adolescence.
Now, in addition to that, you're not only telling them they are not yet accountable, you are indoctrinating some stuff into them. Because you are telling them about their seniority. You're telling them about their superiority as boys.
Yeah.
And they grow up knowing this, because at 13, normally we're starting to let our children do some of the, what we call hard stuff.
Yes.
They're going off to boarding school for some of us. They're starting to wash their own clothes. They're starting to do all these things. But you're telling them, when you're home, your sister will do it. When you're home, your sister will cook.
Yeah.
When you're home, your sister cleans the compound. You are a man. You need to learn how to speak. So you're not only telling them the other bits. Today, we are telling them that.
Yeah.
Now, these children do not grow in reverse.
That's true.
They are growing up to see daddy absent.
Yeah.
Daddy is not there. And when daddy is there, he is a terrorist.
Come on, what do you mean? Is he blowing them up with
the
explosions, bombs,
because
or what?
he doesn't know who they are. If he came back home and they all ran screaming to him and say,
He's scared.
yeah, he's so scared.
What's going on here?
Yeah, Winnie, take care of these kids. And all of a sudden, mommy is calling everyone, Jen, Joyce, Joanne, come. The dad is tired.
Oh my God.
So he is absent even when he's present.
He's never there.
He's never there.
He's so scared. You see, you mentioned that thing called fear.
Fear. Now, that is what rules all of them.
Yes.
Now we have the second man who is so afraid of his wife. Intimidated, not afraid, but intimidated. He feels half of his ego has been chewed up by this woman.
What kind of woman intimidates a man?
The woman who will call out your behavior.
Oh, no, Winnie. The woman who calls out my behavior, that means I come home, I'm tired, I've been working, then you ask me where you're coming from at such a time.
Who are you calling this late in the night? And you think, oh, you're beginning to step on me, you're beginning to think.
You're taking my peace.
You are taking my peace and my place. It should be me to ask you. Now, when the woman does not relent, says, I am going to call you out. I am going to keep calling you out. Day in, day out. You will name her names. She will nag you. As you would call it, she nags me. When I come back home, after 8, she nags me. Where have you been?
She doesn't give me peace.
She doesn't give me peace. Now
all I need is peace.
Now I hate home.
Now I hate home.
Now I really hate home. Now that is one kind of a woman. The other one, when Mrs. Rod comes and tells you, guess what? I was given that promotion I've been looking forward to. Oh, it shows on your demeanor that you're not even happy for her. Now you are looking for, never mind that she'll give you all the money.
Yeah.
All of it, brings it there. You are beginning to feel, this is not right. It should be me.
Yeah.
It should be me. And for some of us, the women are put in the papers, oh, we congratulate so-and-so for having achieved this. I mean, even if you don't say it at home, it is there.
And your husband's name is not mentioned.
And your husband's name is, and never mind that you even bear his name, his last name. And the boys will be telling him, oh, Rod, at least you're lucky. Your woman feeds you. And they bring it out in such a way that if you don't know who you are,
You're ready to fight the woman.
you're ready to fight the
At
woman.
least you're lucky your woman feeds you, huh? Very sarcastic.
Exactly, in such a sarcastic way. Now, some men would say, yeah, I'm very lucky. And that will quash everything. It doesn't matter what they call you. But for many, he starts to think, no, I can't handle this. So the next time you call him out, then he'll start telling you, oh, so because you bought me this suit, you feel you own me. Never mind that she's been buying the suits before. But because of the promotion, now you
Shida.
absentee yourself.
She's the MD of so-and-so bank.
You will walk away.
MD of so-and-so corporation.
Exactly.
You
No.
can't stand her.
Now you want to wake up one morning and say, Robbie, you're not going to work today.
I want to assert authority.
Absolutely.
I want to feel like a man.
That is it.
If I tell you you're not going to work
And
today,
she's not going to work. Maybe day one she might call in and say, boss, I'm not well today. And then you say, yeah. Now
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Did you see what I just did?
I got her to stay.
I called her to stay. I'm a man.
I'm a
now.
man. 2 days you take the car keys from her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're feeling like,
This can work.
This-
I can submit her.
yes.
I can control her.
Until she tells you, honey, I'm going to lose my job. And then
don't
you
care.
start to tell her, decide. Do you care about this family? Do you care about the job more? That
Wait,
is the,
you're shooting down a lot of stuff right now.
so when she decides, you know what, Cyrus? It's okay, I'm going to work. Car or no car. She'll go to work and come back home and be the wife.
Yes.
And then the abuse will start.
Yes.
Verbal abuse will start. May not be physical, it is verbal, it is emotional.
Yes.
And then when
You
this,
think you're very special, huh?
that is it.
You think you're so beautiful when you're up there, having all the people bowing before you, and you expect me to bow, huh?
That is it. That is what this man will say. He's a coward.
It's war.
That is it. So now, some of them are thinking, okay, if I go to Dubai, if I go to London, if I go to US, and I'll be making more money than she is, maybe you get on the plane and leave. Or you tell yourself, I need me a woman who will submit to me. And then you leave.
What do you mean submission? What's this whole submission thing?
The one you tell to do and she does. I need people to get it right, in the right
Yeah.
context. It is okay for you to ask your wife to do something
Yes.
and she doesn't. It is not okay for you to controllably assert yourself and command her to do something.
In order to feel validated.
Those are
If
the
she
right
does
words.
it, then that's not submission.
But that is what the men want. So now, if your wife has a job of the vice president today,
Yeah. Like it is right here in UG.
now, when she comes home, she's trying to be the wife. But why am I using trying? Because you have removed her from the place where she operated normally and naturally. You know, when I'm with my husband, I can just be me. I don't have
Yes.
to show up for the
Yes.
cameras, for the public. I am me.
Yes.
But now when she comes home, you have shown her that she is no longer her. It is you. You are dominating. You have to do this. You have to, you are asserting yourself. So when this happens and you don't feel fulfilled, you will leave.
I don't feel fulfilled and then I leave.
You leave.
So now,
When this-
these are the absent fathers. Now, go on.
Now there is this man who will just sire children, because when we're at funerals and you find a 20-year-old has died and the mother is asking, is there anyone who is pregnant? Is there anyone
Oh
who has
my
my
God.
son's child? Is there, leave a seed on this earth. Whatever you do, leave many seeds.
Yes.
So if your wife calls you out and you're thinking, no, I can't stand this. Then at least I won't die alone, and I have had some children
Yeah.
on this earth.
Yeah.
So you consider yourself a father. Now all these are absent. All these are driven by fear. all these think there's a part of them, especially the second one, feels there's a part of them that will leave them. If they sat with a woman who is well acclaimed or who seems to have a higher job or higher earnings than them or better educated than them, they feel very threatened.
You know, you've mentioned all these three categories of fathers. The ones who are absent because they claim they work very hard. The ones who are absent because they feel intimidated by their wives. Their wives appear to have made it. And then those who simply sire children and they don't care. They don't care. They just simply sire children. Now, we got to get back to the point where you said something drives all these three categories, and it's called fear. That means when fear is the one who, as long as you're not there, you're failing as a father. Because fathers will always be there. They never walk away. Fathers will always be there. So one of the things that really does cause a change is for fathers to be able to understand that they are fathers, they're going to have to discover who they are. Identity. You discover what father means. Father, in simple terms, means source, origin. You get it? And amazingly, among all gods, there's no God who describes himself as a father like God, Jesus. Jehovah, he says, I'm father.
Now,
Everything flows from me.
pause a moment, Pastor Cyrus. Source is where I want to dwell a bit. When you, as a man, now we've had the 2 years that have really affected many of us,
Yes.
the jobs.
Yes.
Now your pay cut has been reduced to a quarter, and your wife has been promoted in these 2 years.
Yes.
Now we are talking about the source.
Yes.
So you are bringing your 1 million, your wife is bringing 4 million.
Yes.
Now you are feeling inadequate.
Yes.
As a man, you are feeling, I am no longer the source. My wife is. None of us knows this except the two of you. Now you are feeling you are no longer providing. So we are having men today, when after we are in 2022 coming to the end, when November, end of November, you get a pay rise or you get another job that is giving you twice as much money as your wife or the same amount of money.
Yes.
But because for the last 2 years, she's been bringing 5 million and you've been bringing 1 million, you say, well, you can be the source.
We can switch positions.
We can switch positions. So you are throwing away your family because the woman can.
So in other words, the only time my imagination or my attitude is as long as I can and she can't, then I am.
Yes.
As long as I can and she can't, then I am. As long as I can't and she can,
Something is missing.
then I better run away. Then she is.
Then she is. And then let her be.
Let her be.
Let her be, yes. Let you be the source. So today you are finding women whose husbands actually do have some money, but the man is not looking after the home.
The man is not looking after
He is not, and I don't know where men are seeing this, reading this, or hearing about this, but so many are actually doing it today.
I believe we want to find out exactly where do the men learn this ridiculous behavior that you can abandon your home, that because my woman was promoted, I cannot be there. And if she's making more money, then she better be the man. She better wear the pants. Well, good news is that everybody wears pants today, but we want to find out what causes men to do what they are doing right when we come back. Unlocking Marital Bliss. Unlocking Marital Bliss. Unlocking Marital Bliss. We'll be back. You're still watching Unlocking Marital Bliss. And before we took a break, there was something that was very profound that Winnie had just mentioned. And we had to really find out, and that's where we're going to take it from. What causes these fathers to be absent? What is at the root? And you said it is fear. And I believe this fear begins with the fear is produced by not knowing who I am.
That is it. I know the men out there are thinking, who do I fear? What do I even fear? What are they even talking about?
Yeah.
But deep down, you do not know who you are. And that's the bottom line.
You do not know who you are. Somebody's going to say, no, I'm this and this. I'm the CEO of this and this. I'm this and this. Who you were does not come out of what you achieve.
No.
Dudes, you need to get this. Who you were is not a byproduct of what you achieve. No, you can achieve and become a CEO, become a president, become a general. That doesn't make you who you are. Who you are is a gift.
You can say that again, Pastor Cyrus.
Who you are is a gift by the one who made you. You get it? So it's like having a phone. You have your phone over there. It's a smartphone and it can do this and the other. Oh, it can send an email. And then it says, oh, I guess I'm email. You press, man, it can make calls. Well, I guess I'm a caller. No. You see, many people, many guys, when you achieve something, then you begin identifying yourself based on what you've achieved. That is very wrong.
It is very wrong.
But who am I? My identity is a gift by the one who made me. That means I can never know who I am until I know who made me.
That is very true.
That means I need to connect with my Father in heaven.
In order to be.
If I am going to be the Father on earth.
He wants you to be. That is it.
As it is in heaven, so be it on earth. Now, if that's how it's going to happen, if that's how it's going to flow, that I'm going to be a father, there's no way I'm going to be a father without being able to connect with the Father.
That is it. Because
that's my role model.
He will give you all the instruction you need to take care of what He has blessed you with.
Exactly. So that means every man that's going to be a father, guys, you can hit this world and gather everything you want and achieve and become king, become pope, whatever, these days they even have, I'm influencer. I mean, you look at guys and say, what are you influencing? Oh yeah, I'm an influencer. What are you influencing? Well, I make content, I create content. What content are you creating? I mean, this world has gone so much off the rails.
Pastor Cyrus, it is this simple for the shows that have been on before this one.
Yeah.
When you are failing in the one little thing closest to you.
Yes.
You're failing everywhere.
You're failing everywhere. That's very true.
If you are failing at home.
You can be good out there. You just be in the showbiz stuff.
That is it.
You just be in the showbiz. And what is close to me is my home.
That
is
my
family.
That is the heart of it.
That's the heart of who I am. In fact, you want to know who a real father is, you check out with his children. So right now, not knowing who you are gets you to begin operating in fear. Because you don't know who you are, you don't know who your maker is. But when you discover who your maker is, then you realize how much He loved you, that He served you when He brought you in the universe. He never abandoned you.
No.
When He brought you in the universe, He said, you can make decisions here. You can take care of this. And then from there, after He bringing you into the universe, He served you. Then He expects you to do the same. What are you supposed to do? That when I come over here, because I know who made me, then I can know who came out of me.
Yep.
You get it? And that's the woman.
And then you know how to treat your woman.
Then I know how to treat my woman because I know who I am. My woman is my own flesh.
Bone of your bones?
Bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. That means I take care of her a zillion percent in the same way I take care of my own flesh. But because most men hate themselves, let me say this, guys, you gotta watch, get this. Most men hate themselves that they even think the only way to be a man is you gotta be rugged. That's what makes you a man. You gotta be violent. That's what makes you a man. You don't use cologne.
You bark.
Huh?
You bark a bit.
Yeah, you gotta bark. And you hear songs around here, bo, 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 bogola, bogola. And then you feel, I'm becoming a man, bogola. Man, let me ask you. You can do all that, do the bogola, do the whatever. I'm telling you something, you're going nowhere. That doesn't make you a man. You know, you've brought it out so good. You have to bark. Here in Luganda, they call it bogola. Now you come out and everybody's excited. So you go home and you, so now you're operating in fear.
Now, that gives you a sense of your ego is at 5+.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
No, I feel like a man.
Yes. No one answers you back. No one speaks back at you. No one corrects you. No one calls you out on your bad behavior.
Then I'm a man.
You are the man. Then that means that is a home you can live in, where you are glorified. You won't leave that home.
In fact, we're not actually glorifying you. We are glorifying your ego, and you're being manipulated. I mean, how stupid can we be? You really believe, oh, I'm somebody, but deep down, you know you're dying. You know how you isolate yourself? You reach out, and that's where the danger is. You bogle and then you isolate yourself.
No, Pastor Cyrus.
You don't know how to relate. You don't know how to respond to a woman. And before you bring that, I mentioned something that guys are ignoring. They don't take care of themselves. That's why it's hard to take care of a woman. You know, you hang around guys that have a problem with simply washing clothes, their own shirt. If you're not yet married, you need to be clean. Colognes are not a luxury.
That's why I have girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
Who come and wash my clothes.
And that shows how irresponsible you are. Let me tell you something, Winnie. We got to break this down. It begins with taking care of my body. That's the first responsibility God gives me.
Sure.
One, I respond to Him. You get it?
Yes.
By loving Him and serving Him. And then I respond to what He has given me, His body, this one, which I call my body.
Yes.
So, which is His temple, by taking care of it.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
That's how I'm responding. By serving, in appreciation, I serve. I love and then serve.
Yeah.
In other words, from here, it becomes easy for me to reach out to my other body, who is my wife,
And serve it.
and serve that body. And from there, I reach out to what comes out of our union, my children, and I serve them. In other words, the Bible says, the greatest among you, come on, shall be the servant.
Yes. Shall
of
serve.
all.
Yes.
Now, most men will say, I'm great, I'm the greatest, and then they're not willing to serve. But if you're great, you're willing to serve. We define the word responsibility. What does responsibility mean? A lot of you people talk about responsibility, but you really don't understand it. This is what responsibility means. To love and serve. Responsibility to love and then do what? And then serve.
To be loved and to be served.
No, that is irresponsibility. Thank you for helping me out. To be loved and to be served is irresponsibility. If all you do is seek to be loved and to be served, it becomes irresponsibility in everything you do.
Now,
you get it?
Women today seek to be loved and to be served.
Irresponsibility.
The men seek to be loved and to be served.
Irresponsibility.
Now, two irresponsible people come together.
And the children suffer.
And the children are suffering because it is your responsibility to love me.
Yes.
So if you're not loving me well, and I feel you're not loving me well, I'm not going to love the children. And the husband is also saying, it is your responsibility to love me. So when you're loving me well, I love the children well. So we are, now, that is their new normal.
You're loving me well, I love the children well.
Yes.
That is irresponsibility.
Ask the men out there, how many of them throw tantrums when they feel they are not loved in the bed in the
Also,
morning?
Dude, are you all throwing tantrums when you're not loved in the bed in the morning?
Now, because he feels he's tempted, he's not hitting his wife. He's not shouting at her. But
He's not violent like the other man.
But the children are suffering. In the morning, everything else, every frustration is on them. So they're frustrated.
But then,
And they don't even desire to be home.
they're tired.
They are tired. Now, it's twisted, Pastor Cyrus. Why today, the text messages that we have had on the forum, that you and I have had personally in our inboxes, is why are fathers absent?
Why are fathers absent?
Even when some are really present. I mean, they're physically present, but they're detached from
their responsibility. So
responsibilities.
it is not knowing who you are. Then you can't love what you don't know.
That's true.
You get tired. You hate yourself. You hate your wife. You hate the children. But you still say, I'm a father. The reality is, responsibility means to love and to serve. And this is how it should be. This is what men need to know. When nothing feels like a man, like knowing you're changing somebody else's life. You're lifting them up, your own flesh and blood. So when you don't take care of your woman, you're denying your own flesh and bones.
Many don't feel
If you
that
don't,
way.
and you see, the easy part is this. If you can love your woman, you can love your children.
That is true.
So most fathers running away, oh, she's making a lot of money. Let me tell you this, I usually say it many times, that would you rather be a commander of 20 elite forces, 20 well-trained elite guys, or a commander of 2,000 losers?
Losers might be easier.
Losers.
When you snap your finger, they'll only ask how high. They will not ask you how many times are you going to snap, so we jump. So we know how many times we're meant to jump.
If you believe that losers are actually, it's easier, it shows you how weak you are. Men, it shows how weak you are. Never ever lose your mind because a woman can respond to you. Don't lose your mind. That is what God gave her. Your father can no longer grow you. Your mother can no longer grow you. The only person who God is using to help you grow is your woman. So she can be able to tell you, hey, do not do this. And learn, look at it squarely, accept to be corrected. But you say, no, she's a wiseacre. I don't like that. No, it shows how weak you are.
They have failed. Those who walk away have failed.
Yes, to walk away is failure. To walk away from an elite person who has everything God has blessed them, to go look for somebody who can dominate. And this is where the problem is. When I don't know who I am, I try to dominate.
But then
I try to control. That's why men say, you hear guys saying, well, I can't marry her because I need a woman I can control. You need a woman you can control? Who gave you power to control her?
That is why when your wife tells you, I am going out, I think I need to do that diploma course. And you're thinking, I'm a certificate holder. How the hell does she go up and start to do a diploma? You will frustrate her. Because you think that the diploma is going to be what makes her who she will be.
Yeah.
or who she is. Just the way you think it is your degree or your accolades that make you who you are. You have missed the point of what God's calling is. Because when we look at the disciples, these were not learned men. They didn't go to school anywhere.
That's very true. Yet they changed the world.
They changed the world, and they were as brilliant as anyone who, as the scribes.
One thing they had is they knew their maker. They knew who they were.
They served
And they served, they loved and served.
and died serving.
They died serving. They're never going to walk away from their family.
No.
They will die serving their family. That's called responsibility. Guy, running away from your home to go find a woman who's got money so a woman can take care of me. And now we have some of those. So you leave your home and then you look, well, if you have money, I mean, you can be there. I can give you love. Now, ladies, get this. No man gives you love because you have money. That's a gigolo.
Now, Pastor Cyrus, so my husband has walked away. Should I die? Should I mourn until kingdom come? Someone asked that question.
Should I mourn?
Until kingdom come. What should I do?
You got to first accept who you are. Thank God for who you are and say,
Amen.
I'm glad God has blessed me. Don't feel guilty for being blessed by God. Don't
Sure.
feel guilty that you have been promoted, because that's what the weak men try to make you feel. You've been promoted. I'm going to really take you on a guilt trip. So you begin wondering and saying, I guess I don't need to have this. There's a lady that came to me and their family is struggling. I said, what is it? Before they married, the lady had about 8 plots, prime plots, around Kampala and Wakiso. 8 of them. The man had 0. And the lady said, I want to make sure we work this together. The man says, those are your plots. Wait when I make something. Wait when I make something. Now, this is very dangerous. Guys, get to know this. Guys, get to know this. I remember very well when my woman was working, being employed and making money, and I would still take care of her. I'll still take care of her in every way. I never asked her for her money. This is one weakness you guys get to know. You miss the favor of God. You miss the beauty God has for you. And you know what you do? You keep on demanding, oh yeah, she's working. You turn your eyes away from God and then you turn them to the woman.
She
can. She can. She can. I guess I can sleep. I guess I can stop doing everything.
That is what is happening today.
And this is what is happening. But I never quit. I kept working. I kept serving. I kept serving her. And one day...
Even her hair?
Look, as long as I can go to the barber.
And yet she's making her own money?
Yes, she's my flesh.
Wow.
You see, I never came out of her.
She came
out of me. You get me? That's why I call her babe. So if there's going to be anything, I call her babe. This whole talk of women, your first baby is your
husband.
No. The husband is the one who brought forth the woman.
But you know, that's the way we are raised.
But now we are getting back on rails.
Yes.
That way has derailed us. Now we're getting back on the rails. My woman just woke up one day and she resigned and got all her savings. We weren't even married. Got all her savings and brought everything to me and said, I just want to serve with you. I want to serve with you. And I said, yeah, let's go. Let's go. She gave me everything.
No, keep your money. It's yours.
That's a man that is not loving a woman. Oh, I got to say that again. As long as the man feels you bringing money home is not good, that is not love. That is fear. The man is scared of an empowered woman. How can I control an empowered woman?
Now,
let me tell you, do you know what I can do when I meet a woman who has 8 plots of land and I don't have any? I sit her down. I plan together. God has brought me in her life to plan together to build a home, not to rob her, not to use her.
That's what happens. Either you use her, rob her, or you will look at it in a negative way. Or now she feels she has this. Or now she feels,
Only one thing I've discovered, when a woman is loved, there's no way she will have her attention on money.
Pastor Cyrus, please say that again.
When a woman is loved, there is no way she will have her attention on money. Her attention will be on you.
Because today the man is complaining. My wife works, she doesn't bring the money home. I am struggling, and she doesn't bring her money home.
Do you know why she doesn't bring the money home? She doesn't feel loved. She doesn't know that she is
That is
loved.
it.
She is insecure in that home because of your behavior. And in fact, men, you need to understand the attitude and behaviors of your wife are a reflection of your attitude and behavior.
Full stop.
If you are really mean, she's going to begin defending herself.
She will be twice as mean.
Oh Lord, she gets something multiplied and pours it back to you. And then you say,
Shaken
I
together.
can't stand shaking together, pouring over. I can't stand. I'm going to run away. You see, the English people have a proverb that hell knows no fury,
Like a woman scorned.
like a woman scorned. What somebody would have said, hell knows no fury like a man scorned. I mean, women can scorn men and men will try to. But when a woman is scorned, she gets it, she multiplies it, and gives it back to you.
Served in a 7-star hotel.
Oh God. Let's look at this. Where are the fathers? Now we've found out why they're running away. But why should you run away? Let me tell you, even if you have $10 and you have love, even this woman will be changed. Some men right now are saying, you don't know, women want money.
No.
Without money, they cannot
Pastor
make
Cyrus,
it.
I have spoken to the women. I spoke to one a couple of weeks ago. She said, Winnie, all I need to see is my husband is trying. That is all I need.
Say that again.
All I need,
Look in that camera.
all I need to see is to see him trying. To see him trying to put effort into everything that he is doing. But this man is sleeping. He doesn't have a job. He's not looking. And even the ones that come his way, he thinks they're beneath him.
He's better.
He's better than these jobs. And his wife is telling him, I just need you to start somewhere. Get back on your feet
But you know,
somewhere.
women will literally do anything to serve their children.
That is it.
Anything. If they have to hawk pancakes,
They will do it.
they will do it. And then when it comes to the guys, this whole thing of pride, oh, that's too cheap. I'm way up there.
Pastor Cyrus, there are women
Way
who
up
are
there.
washing clothes from house to house just to look after their children.
And they're even feeding the big boy
And
in
they're
the
feeding
house.
the big boy in the house.
And the big boy don't eat beans.
You know, that is it. He comes home and we're tired of eating beans in this house. He does not buy nothing. He doesn't pay the children's fees. He doesn't buy food.
When you talk about paying the children's fees, who's supposed to pay the children's fees?
The one who's working. The one who has more money. Today, it's the one who has more money.
No, that is actually wrong.
That is the truth.
Let me tell you guys. Guys, you're watching. A child is brought into the world by you. That's why a child doesn't carry the mama's blood, but carries your blood. If they want to find out whether this child is yours, they're going to call you out and check out your DNA and
That is
check
it.
out, do the blood
Not
samples
against
and
the
everything.
mothers.
Not against the mothers, but against the men. So when you come in as the father, you're the source. You brought your sperm, and this is what it did. Fertilize the egg. And then a child is here. When a child is here, the next thing you need to understand, it's your responsibility. Love the child and serve them. Love them and serve them. That's called responsibility. The ability to love and serve.
And because we are not loving our children, because the fathers have walked away, today everyone is saying, oh, the fathers have been working hard. When the kids make their money, they're looking after their mothers. For the child, it is more than money.
Thank you.
It is not only the money.
It's relationship.
It's relationship.
They need to belong. They need to feel you are mine, I am yours.
Pastor Cyrus, when my firstborn was in about P3, my younger one was in middle class.
Yeah.
And every time I picked the one in middle class, I would go to look for my son. And he would be so happy. He was in a day school, not even a boarding school. I dropped him in the morning, and at lunchtime I would go see him. I would just to check him out, see that he's okay. He would come running and hug me. That is a relationship that we are building.
You're building.
Now imagine I am not a present mother. I am not a present father. How am I going to speak into their lives 20 years from now?
How am I going to? It will be impossible.
How?
I missed the time to build the relationship. Right now, I'm an outsider.
If you are not speaking into Cyrus's life,
Yeah.
when his wife comes and says, "Daddy, Cyrus has been misbehaving,"
I don't have the audacity.
you do.
I don't have the
You cannot
audacity.
speak in because you never did
That's true.
in the first place. You let it be.
Yes.
But because you have a relationship with your son,
yes.
you will tell him, "Cyrus, this is not the way we behaved here. I did not do
Yes.
that."
Yes. You know it.
You know it, you saw it.
And he will literally say, "Yes, sir."
And that will bring him to a point where he will break and apologize to you and repent.
Yes. Repent is the word.
He will repent never to do that thing again.
Again.
Now, if Mercedes comes to you and says, "Daddy, this is failing. My husband A, B, C, D, E," but he's willing to talk to you, you can speak into this man's life because of the authority you have in your child's life.
Yes.
You have taught her well. You
Yes.
have taught her that this is not the way women are to be
Yes.
treated. She knows that. She
Yes.
knows who she is, her identity. You have raised her up in that way. So when some goon comes and says, "Oh, she told me to stop coming in late at night," you tell him, "Son, look here. Is that all?"
Yeah.
"Yeah. But that's how you've raised your daughter."
Yes.
She calls out bad behavior. She'll
Yes.
call out what she needs to see. She'll say, "Look here, this is what is order in this house. This is what isn't order in this house."
Yes.
You have taught her to see good. You have taught her not to settle for less.
Thank you. And that should not threaten any man.
No, and that is the responsibility of you as a present.
Father.
No one is going to do it.
I have to be there and not only pay the fees,
No.
I not only make sure they are clothed up, I am literally in their lives. I have a relationship.
That is it.
I show them how we grow, how we work, how we operate. That is my responsibility as a present father. Fathers out there, we know our time is running out. I would like to challenge you. Love and serve your family. That's called responsibility. Bringing money in, it doesn't work. Take a look. Recently, I was looking at, was reading a story of Elon Musk, the wealthiest man on planet Earth. I put wealthiest and some of that, inverted commas. And the daughter totally messed up. Totally messed up. The daughter doesn't see the father anywhere. But this is usually not something that happens late. It's a byproduct
Yep.
of how you handled this child, whether
the
you were
beginning.
there or not. She gets to a level and you want to come in her life and she says, "Who are you?" Guys, it's never too late. Start from now. Be there in your homes. Pay the tuition. Love your woman. Because you won't love your children and hate their mother. That's a lie. The reason you hate their mother is because when you hate their mother and claim to love their children, you're simply manipulating the children towards you. You're not loving them.
No.
You're manipulating them towards you.
If you love them, you'll be present.
You'll be present.
Yep. Simple.
Oh, God, we need one last word in 10 seconds.
My words would be to the woman. There are women raising children on their own without their fathers.
Yes.
And I speak strength into you.
Yes.
Remember whose you are. You are God's children. And in Isaiah, he tells us, our children will be taught by him. They'll be taught of him. And great shall be their peace. And he will not take his covenant of peace away from you. Do what you need to do as God enables you to do it. And find strength in it. In Jesus' name.
Amen. You've heard it. You've been watching Unlocking Marital Bliss. And I say to you, fathers, it feels good to be a father. And don't be scared of being one. Accept responsibility. Go for it. Once again, responsibility is that moment where you love and you serve the other party. See you next time. Remember, marriage is easy and ignorance is hard. Unlocking Marital Bliss.